Zadar is famous for its history, but its best-kept secrets are hidden along the shoreline. Today, we're exploring the 10 essential beaches, from the famous resort sands of Borik to a hidden FKK paradise that most tourists never find. Let's start with the one everyone talks about. Borik Beach is Zadar's heavy hitter. It's one of the few sandy stretches in the area, making it the top choice for families and resort lovers. It has everything: slides, bars, and crystal clear shallows.
If you are looking for a beach in Zadar that literally has it all, endless natural shade, crystal clear water, high-end resort amenities, and non-stop activities, this is it. Welcome to Borik Beach. Stretching over a kilometer along the coast, Borik is widely considered one of the premier beach destinations in the entire region. Unlike small, cramped city coves, Borik gives you space to breathe. It's a unique ecosystem where a dense ancient pine forest meets the Adriatic Sea, creating an unbeatable summer atmosphere. Whether you want an action-packed day full of water sports, a relaxing coffee right by the water, or a safe, sandy, shallow bay for your kids, Borik delivers. Let's take a comprehensive walk through every single corner of this legendary beach so you know exactly what to expect before you arrive. What truly sets Borik apart from almost every other beach in Dalmatia is its deep natural pine forest. Just steps away from the shoreline, a thick canopy of mature pine trees hugs the entire length of the beach. During the peak summer heat, this forest is an absolute game changer. You don't need to rent a sun umbrella or bake in the sun. You can pitch your towel deep in the fragrant pine shade. Look at these fantastic hammocks strung up directly between the trees. Swinging here, listening to the cicadas humming in the branches while the cool sea breeze filters through the pine needles, is pure relaxation. It bridges the gap between wild nature and ultimate comfort. As you walk toward the water, you'll immediately notice Borik's remarkable shoreline diversity. It isn't just a one-note beach. Depending on your preference, you can choose between smooth pebble sections, solid concrete and wooden platforms designed for easy sunbathing, and wonderful sandy patches. This sandy area right here is a massive draw for families. The entrance into the sea is wonderfully gradual and shallow, allowing parents and young children to play safely in the crystal clear water for meters out without any sudden deep drop-offs. If you prefer lounging in maximum comfort rather than laying directly on a towel, Borik offers fully equipped rental zones managed professionally along the shore. Let's talk exact numbers so you can plan your budget. If you just want a single sun lounger for the day, it is priced at €10. If you are coming with a partner or friend and want the full setup, 2 comfortable loungers paired with a large sun umbrella for shade, the package is €25. Considering the cleanliness of the beach and the stunning views you get all day long, it's a solid, straightforward investment for total relaxation. If you get restless just lying on a lounger, Borik is an absolute playground for active travelers. There is high energy happening everywhere you look. Out in the bay, you'll spot the massive floating aqua park, which is a magnet for kids and teenagers. If you want to get out on the water yourself, the rental options are limitless. Grab a SUP board, a kayak, a classic pedal boat, pedaline, or fire up a jet ski for high-speed thrills. For tech lovers and extreme sports fans, they even offer cutting-edge e-foils right here on the beach. Here is a look at the e-foil price list if you want to literally fly above the water's surface. And if you prefer staying on dry land, lively beach volleyball games keep the energy high all afternoon. Because Borik is backed by a major hospitality and resort zone, the entire coastal strip feels exceptionally manicured, clean, and upscale. Let's take a walk past the hotel exteriors. The architecture blends smoothly into the surrounding greenery, and the pathways connecting the resorts to the public beach are spotless. If you look closely inside one of the hotel zones, you'll even spot dedicated family features like this children's slide, adding even more fun for visitors exploring the wider area. All that swimming, walking, and exploring is bound to make you thirsty. Let's take a break at one of the ultimate local staples right on the sand. Self-service at the beach. It has a relaxed, casual vibe where you can grab a quick bite, an ice cream, or a cold drink without any formality. Today, I grabbed a refreshing non-alcoholic beer right here on their terrace, which cost €6. Sitting right by the water, looking out at the boats while enjoying a cold beverage is the exact definition of a perfect summer day. A truly great beach requires solid infrastructure to keep you comfortable from morning until evening, and Borik handles this exceptionally well. You'll find rows of convenient public showers placed all along the coast to wash off the salt water. Clean changing cabins for quick outfit swaps, and well-maintained public facilities. Everything is designed to handle high visitor volume while keeping the environment pristine. Before we wrap up, let's cover the final practical piece of the puzzle: parking. Unlike many city beaches where finding a spot is a nightmare, Borik provides a dedicated parking area right near the coastline. Make sure to check the official parking price list signs when you pull in. And during peak July and August season, arriving early in the morning is your best strategy to secure a spot close to the pine shade. Borik Beach proves that a city beach can offer high-end resort convenience, wild pine shade, and endless activities all in one place. It is easily one of the best spots in Zadar. Video description and useful links. Google Maps location: Borik Beach, Zadar on Google Maps. Where to stay? Look at apartmania.hr. Apartmani u blizini plaže Borik. Have you ever spent a day at Borik? Or is it on your list for your next trip to Croatia?
It's the perfect postcard start. But if you want to see where the city's heart truly beats, we need to head closer to the center. Kolovare is the soul of Zadar. This is where locals have been meeting for decades. Even Luka Modric visited Kolovare Beach this summer. It's vibrant, busy, and has that classic Mediterranean energy.
If you are planning a summer trip to Zadar, finding the right beach can be overwhelming. But today, we are doing the ultimate comprehensive deep dive into what is easily Zadar's most iconic and popular city beach, Kolovare Beach. What makes this guide special is that we are looking at Kolovare from every single angle. We are combining aerial drone perspectives from a quiet morning with fresh ground-level GoPro footage captured right at the peak of summer, when the beach is absolutely packed with energy and life. Located just a convenient 10-minute walk from Zadar's historic Old Town center, Kolovare stretches over 600 meters of coastline, proudly flies the blue flag for water quality, and delivers everything from high-energy beach bars to hidden, peaceful corners. Let's dive straight into what makes this beach so special. Spanning roughly 600 meters of stunning coastline, Kolovare is designed so that everyone can find their favorite spot. The beach features 3 main official entrances, each offering a completely different vibe. The first entrance, pool and diving area. Located on the northern urban side near the famous pool and diving board. This is where the energetic, sports-driven atmosphere kicks off. The second entrance, Hotel Kolovare Zone, bringing you right into the heart of the lush pine forest zone and central sunbathing areas. The third entrance, Fontana Zone, located further south towards the quieter walking paths that lead seamlessly into Karma Beach. Aside from these main gates, there are numerous small side entrances winding down through the greenery and paths from the streets above, allowing locals and savvy visitors to slip directly down to their favorite patches of shore. Let's talk about the setup and the water. Kolovare is primarily a pebble beach with a stone seabed, and the water quality here is breathtakingly clear, pristine, and boasts the prestigious Blue Flag certification. Make sure to pack your snorkeling mask because the underwater clarity near the shoreline is fantastic. Now, what about beating the summer heat? If you hate baking in the midday sun, Kolovare has a massive advantage: natural shade. Thanks to the lush pine trees lining the park and promenade right above the beach, you get incredible natural cover. The pine forest strategy. If you arrive early in the morning, you can claim a prime spot under the pine trees completely free. Keep this in mind. Right under the trees and along parts of the upper shore, the ground has a concrete or stone base underneath a thin layer of pebbles. This means you cannot easily drive standard beach umbrella spikes into the ground, making the natural shade of the pines or the large public reed, sun umbrellas your absolute best bet. We can't talk about Kolovare without highlighting its most famous landmark, the continuous public pool area and the iconic multi-level concrete diving board. Whether you are brave enough to jump from the top platform yourself, or just love watching local kids and visitors practice their flips, it adds a unique, nostalgic urban charm you won't find anywhere else in Zadar. The atmosphere here during peak season is electric. It's vibrant, social, and full of life. From families enjoying the sun to groups of friends swimming by the pool, Kolovare delivers that authentic, energetic Mediterranean summer vibe. If you want maximum comfort and entertainment during your beach day, Kolovare is exceptionally well equipped with amenities and activities. Lifeguard safety. For complete peace of mind, the beach features prominent lifeguard towers with professional rescue teams on duty throughout the summer season, ensuring a safe environment for swimmers and families. Sun loungers and umbrellas. Standard beach loungers cost €10, while premium loungers equipped with comfort cushions and an umbrella cost €13 per day, managed by friendly local staff. The aqua park, perfect for families and kids out in the sea. Prices are €10 for 30 minutes, €14 for 1 hour, or €25 for a full day of unlimited fun. Jet ski rental. For adrenaline seekers, you can rent a jet ski right on the beach for €170 per hour. Beach massage. If you need to unwind, professional massage services right by the sea offer a relaxed back and neck massage for €25. Sports and games. Kolovare features active beach volleyball courts and even a dedicated traditional bocce ball track for local and visiting players. Essential facilities. You'll find multiple changing cabins, a large public restroom facility, free public showers to rinse off the salt, and a dedicated ramp for entering the sea, making it fully accessible for visitors with mobility needs and families pushing strollers. All that swimming and walking will definitely make you hungry. Plus, if you find yourself needing cash for ice cream, drinks, or sun loungers, there is a convenient ATM bankomat located right by Hotel Kolovare, immediately next to the beach. When it comes to food and refreshments, Kolovare has a fantastic lineup. Kolovare Beach Bar, the epicenter of beach youth culture and music. Prices reflect its prime seafront location. A refreshing Pepsi costs €4.20, a cold beer is €4.80, and ice cream ranges between €2.50 and €3. Fontana Pastry. Located right near the Fontana entrance, this is your go-to spot for traditional ice cream, pastries, and sweet treats. Fast food and snacks. Popular local spots like Popedge and Fast Food Gir are right nearby for quick burgers, fries, and beachside bites. Now that you've seen how incredible the beach is, let's talk about the practical logistics of getting here and parking your car. Because Kolovare is so close to the center, parking requires a bit of strategy during peak summer hours. The main hospital parking lot, managed by Obala, I Lucica DOO. This is a large, official parking area right by the old hospital. This is where I park my own car while filming. It costs around €1 per hour, and the payment zones are clearly marked on the signs. Kolovare Street parking. You can also hunt for spots along the residential and street parking areas surrounding Kolovare. Pro tip: timing is everything. Arriving early in the morning by 9 a.m. or timing your arrival during the mid-afternoon transition will save you a lot of parking stress. And remember, don't stop at the end of the 600 meters. As you continue walking past the Fontana end of Kolovare down toward Karma Beach, the entire atmosphere transforms. While Kolovare is vibrant, social, and bustling, Karma is its peaceful, rugged sibling, offering quiet rocky coves, fewer crowds, and a tranquil escape for anyone looking to finish their afternoon in total serenity. If you're looking to stay right by the action and book your stay nearby, check out apartmania.hr for fantastic accommodation options that give you instant access to this stunning coastline. To wrap it all up, Kolovare Beach gives you the ultimate combination of city convenience, blue flag crystal clear water, rich natural shade, iconic landmarks like the diving board, and endless amenities, all just a short walk from Zadar's historic center. Or explored the scenic walk all the way to Karma Beach. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Kolovare is great for a quick dip, but for those who prefer a quieter, more residential vibe, the next stop is a hidden gem just up the coast. In the residential area of Diklo, the beach is a long stretch of stone piers and small pebbly entries. It's perfect for jumping straight into deep water from your front door.
Just 4 kilometers north of Zadar's bustling historic center lies a coastal neighborhood that looks like the ultimate Mediterranean dream. But if you pull into the wrong parking lot here, a hidden automated trap will quietly drain your wallet before you even step foot on the sand. Today, we are taking an honest, boots-on-the-ground look at Diklo Beach. Not from some detached drone high up in the sky, but right down at eye level through my GoPro lens. We'll explore its gorgeous new wooden sunbathing platforms, the endless seaside promenade running through the entire settlement, and the exact spots you need to avoid if you want your beach day to stay relaxing. Let's dive in. When you first arrive at Diklo, the layout immediately catches your attention. Unlike typical wild gravel coves, this part of the settlement features a striking, modern wooden sunbathing platform right at the water's edge. As you can see from my GoPro footage, these polished wooden decks blend seamlessly into stone and concrete sections, creating a clean, premium space to lay down your towel, catch a tan, or sit on the integrated benches shaded by coastal greenery. And it doesn't just stop at one small area. The entire beach and its accompanying walking paths stretch continuously through the entire Diklo settlement. You can literally go on a kilometer-long seaside walk, shifting seamlessly from vibrant residential beachfronts to quiet pockets of nature. It's a layout designed for active walkers, families pushing strollers, and anyone who loves a long morning stroll right next to the Adriatic waves. But how does this modern deck infrastructure hold up when you actually want to get into the water? That brings us straight to our next question. Look at this. This is unedited GoPro footage taken straight from the water at Diklo. The clarity of the Adriatic Sea here is genuinely breathtaking. Because the shore transitions from smooth pebbles to natural stone and concrete, the water remains crystal clear with virtually zero stirred up sand clouding your view. Whether you're swimming out or just floating on the surface, visibility is incredible. Accessibility is another major strong point here. Just like the famous Kolovare beach closer to town, Diklo features a thoughtfully designed ramp with stainless steel handrails leading directly into the water, making it fully accessible for disabled visitors or anyone who prefers a steady, gradual entry instead of jumping off the rocks. But while the swimming experience is world class, getting your gear and your car to the beach requires some strategic planning. If you drive to Diklo, you'll immediately notice a strange phenomenon. Almost every single local and experienced visitor squeezes their car into tight free street spots right next to the coast. Meanwhile, the large designated roadside parking lot right by the main road sits nearly empty. Why would prime parking space go unused in the middle of summer? I found out the hard way, and it cost me double. I parked my car in that large lot for 2 hours, the machine accepted my card and charged me €4, but the screen glitched out and completely failed to confirm the payment transaction. Thinking it was just a temporary network error, I paid again, ending up paying €8 total for a standard 2-hour slot with zero confirmation ticket. That's when it clicked. The locals already know how unreliable the automated terminal is, which is why they hunt down every single inch of free street parking instead. Save your cash, skip the official big lot, and look for street spots further back in the neighborhood. Once you've secured your parking spot without getting scammed by a parking meter, your wallet can finally breathe, mostly. If you need to cool down or fuel up, you have great options right along the coast. I stopped by Café Castle Sans for a quick break and ordered a coffee with whipped cream for exactly €2.40. If you prefer an afternoon cold one, a standard beer at nearby spots like Café Bar Guam runs about €3.50. However, if you're looking to turn up the adrenaline, the water sports prices scale up dramatically. Renting a SUP board will cost you €20 for a single hour, a spot on the classic banana boat ride is €20 per person, and if you want to unleash some serious speed on a jet ski, expect to pay a hefty €140 for an hour on the water. When the midday Dalmatian sun hits its peak intensity, the concrete platforms and wooden decks can get quite warm. Thankfully, Diklo Beach is heavily backed by a lush, natural pine forest. You can easily pull your towel or chair back under the deep, fragrant shade of the pine trees, escaping the direct UV rays without having to pack up and leave. Beyond sunbathing, the entire area acts as a gateway to the broader Zadar archipelago. You can take long coastal walks while soaking in panoramic views of the nearby islands, or rent bikes to explore the surrounding nature trails. That wraps up our deep dive into Diklo Beach. Want to check out the exact GPS coordinates or find a cozy apartment right by this wooden promenade? Check out the Google Maps link and browse verified stays on sm-taj.com.hr right down below, along with my full parking breakdown so you don't make the same €8 mistake I did.
Diklo feels private and local, yet it's only minutes away from a much more iconic viewpoint. Puntamika offers arguably the best view of Zadar's Old Town, especially by the lighthouse.
Want a sleek urban beachside setup just steps from civilization or a wild hidden coastal escape? At Zadar's Puntamika, you get both. Let's start where the developed coastline begins. The urban section of Puntamika is a prime example of a perfectly landscaped waterfront. Here, you will find a beautiful pebble beach and concrete sunbathing platforms, offering easy access to the crystal-clear turquoise sea. What makes this spot so special is the unbeatable backdrop. As you lay out your towel, you get an uninterrupted postcard-perfect panorama of Zadar's historic Old Town Peninsula and the distant islands. It's vibrant, accessible, and sets the stage for everything this peninsula has to offer. And just a short stroll down the coast, the scenery transitions into one of Zadar's most iconic landmarks. Welcome to Puntamika Lanterna, officially known as the Rat Lighthouse. Built in 1869, this historic stone tower is a true architectural rarity, with its spiral external staircase running straight up the outside. Surrounding the base of the lighthouse, locals and travelers love laying out on the warm stone ledges to soak up the sun. Need a quick break from the heat? Just steps away is Barracuda Beach Bar, where I grabbed a morning coffee right by the water for a very fair €2.50. And if you look closely while strolling along the beach, you'll spot a gleaming, specially refurbished vintage camper offering cold ice cream right where you need it. As refreshing as that is, if you walk just past the lighthouse in the direction of Borik, the entire vibe changes completely. Leaving the social energy of the lighthouse behind, the coast transforms into the wild side of Puntamika. Here, natural pine trees and coastal greenery lean right over the shore, offering deep natural shade and quiet little nooks, far away from the summer crowds. Now, before you pack up your gear and head home, you need to know how the practical logistics work, starting with where you left your car. One of Puntamika's best-kept secrets is right here, a massive, completely free parking lot located right next to the lighthouse, saving you both time and hassle during peak season. When it comes to amenities, everything you need is clustered right back in the urban zone. You'll find large public restrooms located directly behind Barracuda Beach Bar, alongside convenient changing cabins and strategically placed outdoor showers along the paved platforms to rinse off the salt before you leave. Check the description below for the exact Google Maps pin. Head over to putovnica.net to find a great apartment nearby.
Tucked away in the Arbanasi district, Podbrig is rugged and authentic. It's where you go to escape the organized beach feel.
This Zadar beach boasts a massive 4.4 star rating from over 800 reviews, yet it completely lacks the one basic amenity most tourists refuse to live without. Welcome to Borik Beach, a cherished local escape nestled quietly along the Zadar coast. Measuring just 60 to 70 meters long, this pocket-sized beach is a masterclass in natural coastal charm. The shoreline is a mosaic of smooth, sun-warmed pebbles that slope gently into crystal-clear cerulean waters. Because the seabed drops off so gradually, it creates a wonderfully safe and inviting haven for families with young children to splash around in the shallows. Backed by fragrant pine trees that offer deep natural shade from the intense summer heat, it radiates an authentically Croatian atmosphere where local families and couples come to actually unwind. It sounds like the ultimate summer paradise, right? But there is a massive catch that catches unprepared visitors completely off guard. Here is the absolute truth about Podbrig. This is a pure, unadulterated Robinson-style beach. Forget about luxury beach bars, fast food kiosks, or buzzing water sports rentals. There are no showers, no changing cabins, and no public toilets on this beach. The only infrastructure you'll find is a small, sandy mini football pitch and a few trash bins. If you suddenly find yourself craving an ice-cold drink or a snack, you won't find a shop or cafe anywhere in the immediate residential neighborhood above. In fact, if you need a proper coffee or a meal, your nearest option is a 150-meter walk down the coast to the neighboring beach at Punta Bajlo. So why do over 800 people rate it so highly? Because its absolute lack of commercialization is its greatest superpower. Because Podbrig is tucked right against a quiet residential neighborhood, figuring out your arrival logistics can make or break your day. There is no dedicated massive parking lot here. Instead, visitors rely on street parking scattered through the surrounding residential streets. During peak summer hours, space vanishes fast. If you roll up at noon on a July weekend, you'll likely find yourself hunting for a spot a fair distance away. The golden rule here is simple. Beat the rush and arrive early in the morning to secure both a great parking spot and the best natural shade under the pines. Once you've secured your spot, you need to know how to pack like a local pro. To truly master Podbrig Beach, keep these final insider tips in mind. First, bring your water shoes. Those smooth pebbles get hot and can be tough on bare feet when entering the water. Second, treat it like a true wilderness escape. Pack a picnic, a great book, and plenty of water because you are completely on your own out here. Explore Plaja Podbrig on Google Maps. Looking for accommodation nearby? Check out verified coastal apartments on Puntamika.net.
But if you're looking for a place where you can spend the whole day in the shade of pine trees, you need to see this next local favorite.
Punta Bajlo is Zadar's ultimate escape. With its thick pine forest, rocky coast, and famous beach bar, it's the best place to hide from the summer heat. It's a local institution.
If you are planning a trip to Zadar and looking for a place where locals actually swim, relax, and hang out, you need to know about Punta Bajlo Beach. Located on the southern side of the city in the historic Arbanasi neighborhood, right near the Adriatic ferry port, this isn't your typical commercial resort. It's a legendary meeting place wrapped in a lush pine forest, offering an authentic slice of local Dalmatian summer life. What makes Punta Bajlo truly special is its unique geography. Set on a small peninsula at the end of Zadar's famous promenade, it treats visitors to stunning contrasts. On one side, protected from strong winds and waves, you get breathtaking views facing the majestic Velebit mountain. On the other, you look out over Ugljan Island and the sparkling Zadar archipelago, complete with distant ship traffic and charming lighthouses. The coastline here is wonderfully diverse. You'll find striking white cliffs, unique rock formations, newly installed wooden sunbathing platforms, and sections of pebbles and concrete. Best of all, the entrance into the sea is shallow, making it safe and inviting for families with children. Let's talk logistics, because knowing the details saves you time and stress. Parking at Punta Bajlo is completely free, and even better, it's located in a dense pine forest, meaning your car stays shaded while you swim. However, a quick tip for the high season. If you arrive late in the day, finding an open spot can be tough, so aim for an earlier arrival. When it comes to facilities, basic amenities like showers, changing rooms, and toilets are available right on the beach for free. For activities, you can join a game of beach volleyball or test your courage by jumping off the white cliffs into the deep blue water. One important note on transportation: there are no direct public buses running straight to the beach. You can easily walk here from Zadar's main bus station along the scenic Arbanasi promenade, or take a quick taxi ride. After a refreshing swim, you're bound to get hungry. Head over to Cafe Bar Tequila Sunrise, located right on the beach. It's a local favorite, especially for an afternoon coffee, offering fast food, cold drinks, refreshing ice cream, and an unbeatable terrace view facing Ugljan Island and the Zadar archipelago. To find your way effortlessly, you can easily look up Punta Bajlo on Google Maps. It is situated on the southern side of Zadar city, right near the Adriatic ferry port in the Arbanasi neighborhood, sitting at the end of Zadar's most famous promenade. If you are planning an extended stay and looking for a great place to rest, be sure to check out Puntamika.net for the best apartment options nearby. Punta Bajlo is more than just a beach. It's where the rhythm of Zadar slows down. Whether you want to swim, read a book in the deep pine shade, or spend quality time with friends and family, this spot delivers.
However, not all local spots are for everyone, especially this next one. Zadar's Dog Beach is a dedicated spot where your furry friends can enjoy the Adriatic as much as you do. It's relaxed and unpretentious.
Now, let's head to the Arbanasi for a truly unique location. To find this dog-friendly paradise, you need to head to the Arbanasi district, specifically to the very end of Punta Bajlo. Here lies the islet of Saint Clement, Sventa Clement. About 4 years ago, this area was officially designated as a dog-friendly zone. What makes it special is that it is physically separated from the main landscape beach, providing a dedicated space where dogs and their owners can enjoy the sea undisturbed. As you walk along the access path, keep an eye out for the official signage. This board marks the beginning of the dog zone and contains clear guidelines for pet owners. It's all about responsible ownership, keeping the area clean and ensuring everyone's safety. This organized approach is exactly what we want to see in pet tourism, as it prevents conflicts and keeps the environment pristine for everyone. The terrain on Saint Clement is rugged and natural. It's a mix of rock and pebble, surrounded by the deep blue Zadar channel. Because it's a bit further out, the water circulation is excellent and exceptionally clean. It's a place for active dogs who love to explore and for owners who appreciate a bit of a wilder coastal experience while still being within reach of the city's amenities. The walk to the islet itself is beautiful, offering one of the best views of the Zadar archipelago.
But now, we are moving away from the city buzz toward the most pristine water in the region. Uskok Beach is a favorite for sailors and families due to its calm waters.
If you think every beach in Zadar is a soft, sandy paradise where you can just walk right into the sea without a care in the world, Uskok Beach is about to completely prove you wrong. Because behind its gorgeous turquoise water and vibrant local energy lies a hidden shoreline trap that can ruin your very first step if you don't know the secret rule about your feet. Let's address the elephant in the room right away. Uskok Beach, also known locally as Vetrenjak, sits right between two marinas. Because this stretch of coast was artificially replenished over time, the shoreline and shallow water are packed with a mix of large, uneven stones. If you step out here barefoot with sensitive feet, you're going to struggle. But here's the twist. Right alongside those tricky stones, you'll find expansive concrete sunbathing platforms and smooth patches of small pebbles designed for easy lounging. Plus, if you look closely, you'll notice specialized, highly rated accessibility ramps built directly into the water for wheelchair users, which also double as the ultimate pain-free entry points for anyone else. Once you're past that initial shoreline, the reward is a pristine, crystal-clear turquoise basin that practically begs you to dive right in. What really sets Uskok Beach apart from standard tourist trap beaches is its dynamic heartbeat. Home to the famous Jedrilicharski club Uskok, this isn't just a quiet spot to lay down a towel, it's a living, breathing community hub. Look out across the water on any given afternoon, and you'll see white sails catching the wind, windsurfers zipping past, and SUPers exploring the coast. It's loud, it's social, packed with local Zadar families and friends, and it completely captures the authentic summer spirit of Dalmatia. All that swimming and watching action builds an appetite, which leads straight to our next question. Where do you actually grab a bite without overpaying? Unlike heavily commercialized mega resorts, Uskok keeps things grounded. Right on the beach inside the sailing club, you'll find Cafe Bar Vetrenjak for a quick morning coffee, or a cold drink right by the water. If you want a full sit-down meal, Restaurant Galia is just a short walk away on Obala Kneza Trepimira, serving up top-tier local fish, pizzas, and grilled dishes. But if you cross the street to the local beach bar, you'll find some surprisingly sweet local deals. A massive single scoop of ice cream for €3 that is easily double the normal portion size, refreshing cocktails ranging from €4 to €6, and standard coffee for €2.50. Need shade after a long sun session? Natural cover is a bit scarce here, limited mostly to the outer edges under mature pine trees or an olive grove near the children's playground, so plan your spot wisely. Speaking of infrastructure, knowing where to find the essentials can make or break your beach day. Here is a crucial local secret. Uskok Beach features a massive parking lot, and incredibly, it only costs €0.60 per hour, almost unheard of for a prime coastal spot in peak season. But there's a catch. You can only enter this parking lot from the direction of Marina Borik. Miss that turn and you'll find yourself awkwardly circling the neighborhood. Once you arrive, you won't have to hunt down basic facilities. The public restrooms and changing cabins are centrally located right off the main seaside promenade, neatly positioned next to the children's playground and the Cafe Bar Vetrenjak/Sailing Club zone, where the coastal path meets the park. As for rinsing off, the pay-per-use showers are strategically placed along the concrete platforms and near the accessibility ramps for quick, easy access when you're leaving the water. Plus, if you're worried about your gear while swimming, convenient beach lockers are available to keep your valuables safe. Check the description below for the exact Google Maps pin and head over to putovnica.net if you need a verified apartment nearby. Don't waste a second. Click right here on the screen to catch our next hidden guide to the Croatian coast right now. Let's go.
If Kolovare Beach is too noisy for you and you want something quiet, definitely go to Karma Beach.
If you are looking for a true Zadar experience that blends relaxed local charm with a vibrant social scene, you need to discover Karma Beach. Conveniently located close to Zadar's historic old town, yet offering a sense of a peaceful escape, Karma Beach sits as a famous extension along the wider Kolovare Beach promenade, spanning approximately 550 meters in length, according to putovnica.net data, and my own personal estimate. And relatively narrow in shape, the beach features a pleasant mix of fine pebbles and concrete sunbathing platforms, offering easy and inviting access to crystal clear Adriatic waters. Whether you want a refreshing swim, a relaxing float, or a spot of snorkeling along the shallow rocky areas, this place delivers an authentic slice of Croatian coastal life. Timing is everything when experiencing Karma Beach. For a relaxed experience, mornings, especially before 11 a.m., are ideal if you want a quiet swim and a peaceful sunbathing session. For a social vibe, visit in the afternoon when the energy picks up. Are you traveling with family? While the water is calm, clear, and safe, the beach features a mix of pebbles and concrete. The area directly around the main beach bar can get quite lively with music, but if you prefer a more tranquil setting, you can easily walk slightly further along the coast to find quieter, shallower sections of the wider Kolovare area, complete with a local children's playground nearby for families. In certain spots along the shore, you can enjoy a wonderful natural shade from pine trees, while essential infrastructure such as showers and changing cabins are conveniently located right on the beach. It offers easy and inviting access to crystal clear Adriatic waters. Whether you want a refreshing swim, a relaxing float, or a spot of snorkeling along the shallow, rocky areas. When it comes to logistics and getting here, parking is available right along Karma Street, which stretches directly above the beach, as well as around Cafe Bar Porthos. When you spend your day here, comfort is a priority. Beach Bar Porthos typically offers comfortable sun loungers and umbrellas available for daily rental, giving you the perfect shaded spot to relax. When it comes to refreshments, prices reflect a popular tourist-focused seaside spot. Cocktails generally range from 7 to 10 euros. Beers typically range from 4 to 5 euros. Local. Tip: if you want a quick coffee break nearby, you can grab a traditional kava sa šlagom coffee with whipped cream at Cafe Bar Porthos for just €2.40. As the afternoon progresses, the entire atmosphere of Karma Beach shifts. This is when the destination truly shines. Karma Beach offers a genuinely spectacular front row seat to Zadar's legendary sunsets. As the sky bursts into fiery hues and casts a golden glow on the distant islands, the beach bar transforms into a lively social hub. People gather to share drinks, chat, and soak in the evening breeze as the day gently transitions into a warm Mediterranean night. Whether you are a couple seeking a romantic sunset, a group of friends looking for daytime energy, or a solo traveler soaking up local vibes, Karma Beach captures the pure, simple joy of the Adriatic. If you want to stay right next to this stunning coastline, Adriatic.hr currently offers 326 accommodation properties in the immediate vicinity of Karma Beach, You can book your ideal seaside stay right through them today. Have you ever experienced a Zadar sunset from Karma Beach? Let me know in the comments below.
But there is one part of Punta Skala Peninsula that is strictly off-limits to textile swimmers. This is the secret FKK spot at Punta Skala. It's the ultimate payoff for those who seek total freedom and silence. Hidden behind the rocks, it offers the purest swimming experience in Zadar. No crowds, no noise, just you and the deep blue Adriatic.
If you are looking for FKK Beach Punta Skala, there is a very high chance you will miss it completely. Dozens of tourists end up heading in the wrong direction every single day because there are 0 road signs. But that is just the beginning of the problem, because if you pick the wrong approach, you will end up completely trapped with nowhere to park. So, how do you actually find it, and what awaits you once you finally step foot onto this forgotten peninsula? Let's start with the biggest challenge facing every naturism enthusiast: how to actually find FKK Beach Punta Skala. Many travelers don't even know the name of the beach, so they don't know where to look. Yes, we ran into that exact same problem too. FKK Beach Punta Skala is located in Petrčani, tucked right next to the Falkensteiner resort Punta Skala towards Zaton. It is an exceptionally long beach, by our estimate well over a kilometer in length, stretching all the way from the resort's wire fence towards Zaton, right past the former Sheperan military barracks. So, how do you get there? There are 2 distinct ways, and each comes with its own risks. Option 1. You can drive straight to the main entrance of the Falkensteiner resort Punta Skala. Right opposite the entrance, you will find a small parking lot. The golden rule here is simple: you must arrive as early as possible to secure a spot. Once parked, you head down a walking path through the bushes for about 10 minutes until you pop out directly onto the FKK beach. Option 2, you can drive past the royal vineyards along the road leading directly to the beach. Be warned, this is a biliput, meaning an unpaved gravel road. At the end of the path, there is a very tiny parking area, forcing swimmers to park along the roadside. Because space is extremely tight, the rule remains the same: the early bird gets the parking spot. But once you arrive, what is the reality on the ground? Is it a fully equipped luxury resort or something entirely different? The answer might surprise you. FKK Punta Skala is a true Robinson Crusoe-style beach with 0 commercial amenities. That means one crucial rule: you must bring all your own food and water because there are no shops, cafes or facilities on site. The terrain is a mix of smooth pebbles and rocks, so wearing water shoes is highly recommended for a comfortable swim. When it comes to shade, it's a bit of a balancing act. While bushes line the shore, natural shade is limited, so bringing a beach umbrella is a must if you plan to stay for the day. This scenic coastline sits just 5 kilometers north of Zadar in charming Petrčani, a town renowned for its hospitality and rich traditions in fishing and tourism. If you've rented an apartment, room or holiday home in Petrčani or Zadar, this spot offers an incredible escape. But it leaves you wondering, why has this entire peninsula transformed into something completely different today? The history of this place hides a story of an entirely different era of tourism. Decades ago, the entire Punta Skala Peninsula was an absolute paradise for naturists. Along the Zadar coast, Punta Skala was the gold standard for naturism. Modelled after famous Istrian naturist camps like Kolovare and Valalta, which operated with incredible success, Punta Skala was the very first tourist settlement in the Zadar region dedicated exclusively to naturists. It marked the golden age of Punta Skala tourism, an era closely tied to the legendary director Rudo Ere Galic. Back then, guests looked at the naturist camp as their second summer home. The relationship between naturists, local nature and regional tradition was deep and sophisticated, something still vividly visible in Istria today. Yet across the Zadar region today, the landscape looks drastically different. Specialized naturist resorts, they are entirely gone. Today, naturists along the Zadar coast are limited to a few modest scattered locations near Pakostani and Sovinje on Pashman Island. But let's be honest, it's a far cry from the former glory of Punta Skala. Experts agree, it is a massive missed opportunity. The emotional bond naturists form with a destination is far stronger than traditional textile tourism. If a specialized naturist resort existed here today, it certainly wouldn't struggle with occupancy the way standard hotel capacities sometimes do. Today, the site of the former naturist oasis is a modern luxury resort, offering everything you could want for a day at the beach, entirely in textile mode, operating as part of Falkensteiner's hotel empire on the Zadar coast. And that leaves one massive, unanswered question hanging in the air. Why did Punta Skala abruptly stop being a naturist oasis before being sold to Falkensteiner, and will Zadar's tourism sector ever bring back that true spirit of freedom? Think about that the next time you step onto the wild, pebble-strewn shores of Punta Skala. See you in the next video.
It's the perfect end to our Zadar journey. Zadar's beaches are just the beginning. If you want to see even more incredible turquoise waters on the nearby islands, you have to see what we found on Ver. Click here to see the 20 best spots on the island of Ver right now.